Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. With me today is Noah Williams and Caitlin Hicks, stars of Taming of the Shrew, the main characters in a production of Taming of the Shrew here by the Troy Department of Theater and Dance. I want to thank you both for joining me here today.
Thank you.
And as I mentioned, Taming of the Shrew, it's a tale that many people are familiar with in original Shakespeare and some of the adaptations throughout the years. But tell us a little about this production we're going to see of Taming of the Shrew here at Troy University.
Sure. This production, it starts off in the country of Padua, and Petruchio and a few others have come to Padua in search for fun and for love. And so Petruchio sets off and places a wager. There's a wager that if he marries Katerina, who is the shrewest shrew of all, that he will get some money out of it. In the process, Petruchio starts falling for Katerina, and Katerina starts falling for Petruchio. And there's some subplots going on, and it's a lot of hilarity that ensues. So.
And we're looking at Petruchio and Katerina here
Yes.
on stage with us here, and talk a little bit about that. Taking on two famous roles, even if people don't know the play,
Sure.
they kind of know the concept and they've heard of it. And they know what's going on with it, especially someone like the Shrew, playing the Shrew, because obviously you're not that bad in real life. So how's it like to be playing a part like that? So
well, I am in real life. I'm a very strong-willed person, and so it's been really fun to tap into being able to be very strong-willed, but play a little bit on the crazier spectrum of it. Because I'm pretty level-headed in real life. I'm pretty reasonable, I'd like to think. But in this, it's really fun to kind of go a little bit farther and be kind of crazy sometimes. It's fun to, it's kind of a stress reliever in a way.
And you two have been in a number of productions here, and some classics you've all been a part of, but this is true classics. You're talking Shakespeare here. And so what's it like to be able to bring Shakespeare to life on the stage here at Troy? So.
Oh, it's great. Shakespeare is one of those things I think that any actor can really sink their teeth into and learn a lot from and take it wherever they go in their acting career. It's going to help them out. It's really nice to be able to delve into that with fellow students and our director and really explore what Shakespeare means today.
Mm-hmm. And I've never actually, you're very, very equipped in Shakespeare, but this is my first time I've ever taken it on, and it's been a lot of times it's been sublime almost. Sometimes I have to stop and say, whoa, like this is over 500 years old and we're still doing it today. And when you take on a language that we don't use colloquially now, it's like when you truly understand what you're saying, it's so beneficial for contemporary work you do because it helps you really, really understand the contemporary words you're saying.
Well, and you mentioned something that's so old, and part of that is, especially in today's environment, a story about objectifying women. And obviously, in today's world, there's got to be a way you can work with that. And I know you probably playing a fine line between telling that story to modern audiences.
So. Oh yes, I think that is what our director made very clear at the beginning of this process was that there were cuts made to the script and that our production would not be about the subjugation of women, but rather about love and about two very, very, very difficult people meeting each other and falling in love. There is nobody else for Katerina besides Petruchio, and nobody for Petruchio besides Katerina.
We find an equality of sorts and a balance with each other that we both need very much in the show.
And that's one of those things that shows that love can be found anywher, even in the most difficult of people. So now, if anyone is interested in seeing this production, obviously we've probably got their vision looking towards seeing this couple come together on stage. How can they see it?
Well, it opens next Thursday, October 11th through 14th. It runs the 11th through 13th at 7 o'clock in the Trojan Center Theater, and the 14th at 2:30. And tickets are $5 for students, $10 for general admission. But We are having flash ticket sales in the TC downstairs food cafeteria
Okay.
from 11 to 1 next Thursday and Friday, and they're
Okay.
selling them for $1.
All right.
And you should also all follow the Instagram and Snapchat for some cast takeovers we're
Yeah.
doing.
All
Yes.
right, and I'm opportunity to see you guys behind the scenes to get a little bit of insight to
Yes.
what's going on. Well, here's hoping that folks get a chance to see this couple make it happen, even as difficult as it might be. Looking forward to see that happen. Thank you for joining me
Thank
today,
you so
Sam.
much.
you.
And thank you for joining us on today's edition of Trojan Talk.